Yeah. Time is out, we get ready up. Every day we get faded up. Yeah, I gotta get paid. Gotta get cash today. Be away, be away. Be away, be away. Yeah, I gotta get paid. Gotta get cash today. Time is out, we get faded up. Every day we get ready up. Yeah, I gotta get paid. Gotta get cash today. Be away, be away. Be away, be away. Yeah, I gotta get paid. Gotta get cash today. Hotline, make a money call. Strip club, little ones fall. Let it be away in my money tall. And the 7 life, we gon' buy them all. AP, yeah, I want that. 7K, we gon' house stacks. Spin the block, we gon' bust back. And this creep life got big racks. White girl said she got a beat. 20 bands, it be looking neat.
Y'all know what it is.
Got the TD for the other week. Fun to open up me a Chevy. No more chopping at the deli. Time is down, moving heavy. Bitches drunk off the handy.
Whoa, whoa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, yeah. Mic check 1 3. Gotta get cash today.
Gotta get cash today. Be away, be away. Be away, be away. Yeah, I gotta get paid. Gotta get cash today.
Good shit, hit a nigga with a full clip. Stop it, beat me, start shit. Bullets flow like a faucet. Awkward, I graduated the marksman. Defense, I see the stroke at the offense. Loose screws, think I lost it. Oh shit, gotta keep hustling in motion. It's money, my life, I'm devoted. Spoken word like a poet. I am the one, I am chosen. Marijuana really potent. Got the swag, got the potion. She was with it when she walked in. One look, she was on it. We don't relate to the nonsense. This music, my life, and my passion. I'm putting everything in action. Stack it, stack it, stack it, stack it. Stack it up to the ceiling. They just call me the feeling. Love is nothing but a feeling. Tell me what the deal is. I can teach you if you feel it. Money making is appealing. What's a good enough reason? Money making through the season. It goes a natural healing. Money can't go big. That's just a wonderful meeting.
Time is out, we get ready up. Every day we get faded up. Yeah, I gotta get paid. Gotta get cash today. Be away, be away.
Be away, be away. Yeah, gotta get paid. Y'all know what the vibe is. Bueno, bueno, que paso, mi amigos, la familia. Welcome, welcome to Time Is Now Radio 4/TV show. Each and every Tuesday, we here from 8 to 9 p.m. And I ain't even gonna hold y'all up today. You feel me? Validate yourself first. You feel me? Shout out to Blunt Rap Apparel. You feel me? Company established 2015. So shout out to 420 Easky. You feel me? That Blunt Rap ENT. Shout out to them. You feel me? Tonight on Time Is Now Radio 4/TV show, I ain't gonna hold nobody up because I got a lot of special guests in the building and everything is already crazy because I'm on my all by myself. Yeah. So for real, I ain't gonna try to do too much like I usually do DJing and all that tonight because you feel me, I only got so much time. Y'all know it's 8 to 9 p.m. and then I'm trying to rush to Baltimore to go get to my number one homie DJ Pony to go perform at the strip club. You feel me? So what I am going to tell you, you feel me, is that thank you. First of all, if you tuned in on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, you feel me, Facebook, especially if you're on Telepath or Time Is Now Records, I highly appreciate you. And then also if you're on the YouTube, that's Telepath TV and Real Yard Man TV. Now, real quick, of course, I'm multitasking because I'm trying to get all these angles, and then I got to make sure that everybody is tuned in tonight because it's a special night. You feel me? So, like I said, when I do come back in a few minutes, I have a special guest, originally from New York, Brooklyn, New York to be exact, but now currently residing in the DC metro area. I want to say thank you also to the person, or thank you. Long story short, shout out to the whole Triple Beam Studios. Shout out to my man TK, T Dot with sorry. And yeah, when I come back, a special guest is gonna be with us. So y'all don't go nowhere. You hear me? We'll be right back, y'all.
We got 30 with some dicks, hit hold 30 in that bitch. Wash his mouth out with the stick. If he moving like a fish, catch a bullet, make a wish. Dump his body in the ditch. And my niggas, we don't play. We do shootouts in broad day. Rifle shots we gon' exchange. Leave you dead like Kirk Cobain. We send shots up in his vein. Got some demons on my brain. They say Wani, you're insane. I know I will never change. Used to sell on one for a trade. Doggy dog like every day. Man get robbed, but it's okay. We got knives and we got case. We still stacking up the cake. Money locked up in the safe. Trying to get in real estate. Maddie sucking on my steak.
This song is kind of hard.
Yeah, that's my VP. That's my artist. My young boss, Wani the Don, representing Queens.
Queens get the money. Let's go.
Yeah, hear me. I know the vibe. We all know Brooklyn, but you feel me? Queens, we definitely, once we made that money out of Brooklyn, we moved to Queens. You get a little bit more, you go to Long Island. So thank you for everybody tuned in on Time Is Now Radio 4/TV show. I have a special guest tonight, just like I promised, you feel me, that goes by the name of Dark Matter.
Yes, sir, because I'm dark and I know I matter. How y'all doing, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Time is now.
Time is now. Extra round of applause for that right there. So welcome to the show, my man. How you feeling?
Thank you. Yo, I feel great right now. I feel great. I feel blessed. You know, I feel the energy for the universe is always with me, and universe is God. So, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm just happy to, spend this time with you, my guy. What's good, Tello?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm appreciative too, man. Thank you for tuning in, especially you. As early as hell, you're on time, so I know you on time. You on Time Is Now schedule. You hear me? We ain't got no time to waste. Everybody know that time is.
Yo, man, they say if you show up to something that you say you was gonna show up to on time, you late. So I've been told that a lot. And it's 2022, we in the beginning of the year, so it's time to make that an ingrained habit. Showing up early is on time.
I'm glad you said that, so some of these artists can hear that for real, because that's really important to me, especially with the events I keep and everything like that. I'll be always trying to tell people, like, you get there early, there's so much more things that, is accessible. We get a time to even, network a lot more than when you're there late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, hey, appreciate love that for real. Now,
for sure.
Dark Matter, where did that, you say it's here because you're dark and it matter, but did someone give you that name or did you just come up with that name by yourself?
Yeah, that's a funny story. So, I pretty much grew up as a visual artist, a fine artist, the first 18 years or so of my life, and I was poised to go in that direction. And then I went to my first college, which was an arts college, and it was there when that started making that transition into the hip hop scene. I grew up with hip hop all my life, but it really was when I started to go to college where it started to coalesce, and it was given to me. I was around 2010, 2009, and coming up in the era of this independent artist scene, artists being in college, creating their little studios in the dorm rooms, smoking, coming up with beats, rapping, and I was just around that scene, and I just started seeing cats rapping. I was like, man, I could do that. From New York, I'm from Brooklyn. So I started rapping, and I was
if you're from Brooklyn, they're like, I'm from Brooklyn, I can survive anything.
Yeah. You go away to college and you see people not from New York do what we created. Essentially, you get some of that confidence. So seeing people rap, right? And I was like, damn, I should come up with a name for myself. At the time, I was like, yo, my name is gonna be K Swags because my first name starts with a K. So I was like K Swags. People was like, yo, man, that's corny, man. One of my good friends, shout out to Scotty B, Scott Benitez. He was like, man, that shit is corny, yo. I'm gonna call you Dark Matter. You know why? And he said, because you be everywhere and you like nowhere at the same time. Like when you show up, it's just like what the like, and you got this crazy energy that nobody can really say where it exactly comes from. So we're just gonna call you Dark Matter, and you dark as hell. So, and then it just kind of stuck. People just started, around the campus, eventually started just calling me Dark Matter. Dark Matter. At first, I kind of internalized it in a negative way, but eventually I started to take it and shape it into my own, study dark matter from an astrophysics standpoint, and then, just seeing how you could really make a comparison to astrophysics and other areas of life. Because if you, I don't know if you're familiar with dark matter from an astrophysics standpoint, but if you study it and you look at how it's described, and then you look at how God is described, it's not really much different. If you read the book of Genesis,
pretty much you're using your infinite intelligence with the universe and just accepting the black supremacy or black prophecy, everything that, that they tell us to pretty much discriminate against, you're accepting it. And
yeah, I'm not black, I'm just dark, baby. You know what I'm saying? Before, there was nothing, no thing. And then God said, let there be light. So that had to have meant there was darkness before the light.
Okay.
And God is everything. So, I just try to walk with that and take it into a positive realm where people look at darkness in a different way, not from a negative standpoint.
Interesting. So you also named, is it an album or an EP that you also named Dark Matter as well?
No, I should do a self-titled album. That might come in the future. Definitely
you should think about it. The only reason I asked you is because, of course, the way you got your DKMTR on the Spotify and stuff like that. I was like, damn, if you did an album like that, you know what I mean? And then you know what I mean? Yeah, as you're saying, is that the album?
Well, I did. So how it got to that point where I abbreviated it is that I met another friend after that point, and shout out to Johnny B, John Brummett, and he was a graffiti artist for years in San Diego, just busting these crazy graffiti on trains and stuff like that. He grew up in that era. And if you're familiar with graffiti, it's a part of the hip hop culture. And when you're a graffiti artist, you have a tag. And then, usually with your tag, it consists of anywhere between 3 and 6 letters. So, building with that brother, he was like, dark matter, how you can make it your own is if you abbreviate it and make it like a graffiti tag. And so we was coming up with, should it be 4 or 5 or 6 letters? And then we just stuck on 5 letters. And then I picked DKMTR. And, the rest is history from there. And it works for SEO purposes, search engine optimization purposes. Artists should definitely be aware of search engine optimization so that when people want to find you, they could find you easily. And that's how it kind of formed like that.
So I don't know if you can hear in the background, but I'm going to start it all over. And then after, you could tell me what this song is all about. This one here is called Pancakes by Dark Matter, y'all. Put some love in the comments if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. If you're feeling this right now, Brooklyn to DC.
We about the noise and that
bullshit and the drama you can have. Opportunities, if they in my range, I'ma grasp it. The vision solidifies like magic. Intensifies many tasks accomplished, no longer a novice. Turn my crib into my own office with the adequate stationery. Smack dab in the hood sanctuary where a time when agreement is necessary. Yo, what's good? It's a phrase that's customary. My people assimilated through the gentrification. Everybody say it. Says it on the blog if they read it. Copy paste Facebook status, share it. Instagram post it. Your followers see social media. Fueling most industries' economies. While me and my people still dwell in poverty. Living modestly, honestly. Seeking to rearrange our realities. What if I were to hold on without being my me? Go a whole entire year without smoking weed. When I finally develop some clarity, to sort of understanding the way I wanna be, who I wanna be, and how I aim to be. Love myself unconditionally, live life comfortably, remain sucker free. My motto for 2017, just let it be. But sometimes a boss had to get ahead of me. Texting women, sometimes a boss had to get ahead of me. She sent some text to me. Exploit the competition as I compose composition to my composition notebook. No beat, no hook. I beat my chest like King Kong and I just captured a book. What kind of sense I make? Not the kind that come after dollars. I'm trying to get some commas so I can take care of my mama. A son's a martyr. I came for war. I'm battle hardened like I'm Mad Max with a sword off. Or pissed off Pisces with ties to ISIS. My ties and ice chips. It don't get much better than this. Ain't nothing like falling in love. Juice with some Mary Jane and some head in the cup. It's a new year. More tears, more fears, and less feels. Leads to more sex appeal. Your girl's in love, yes, the sex was real. But motherfucker ass, sucker for sucker tabs, your brother's bad. Mad, fat, and black as fuck. No wonder the world wants me to give up. Sick like a baby when they spit up. They be like, who that nigga be in his chocolate brown get up? I'm the man of course. Like buttery biscuits, the type of shit that you can only see in lip shits.
Yeah.
Only see in lip shits. Nigga.
Oh man, one of my favorite records of all time. Oh my god, that record is so near and dear to my heart.
Wow. So he is back on Tabas Now Radio /TV show. And like I said, each and every Tuesday, thanks to everybody that's tuned in on the Instagrams. And I see a few comments, love heart emojis. I can't see as far today. I ain't token, so my super 2020 vision can't see that far. You feel me? I see it's probably smoke out the nose. I see like smoke. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Yeah,
yes,
I'm smoking now. But yeah, pancakes. How did that come about?
Yo, man, before I even go into that, I gotta make a couple shout outs related to the record. First of all, shout out. They call it Flatbush Gardens, but if you're from Brooklyn and you're from Flatbush, shout out to Van Der Veer. Shout out to Van Der Veer. Shout out to my brother Chocolate Brown, who's on that record as well. Chocolate Brown. That's the second voice you hear on the record. That's my brother. And how that record came about was around 2017. I was living in my grandmother's apartment, Dolo, by myself, a 2-bedroom apartment, and I moved in there and I kind of turned, an elderly woman's, for the most part, kind of dilapidated apartment over the years into my own space. And that was actually the apartment that I grew up in. And I have very fond memories growing up, and it was just a blessing being able to come into that space as a young man and then turn it into my own. So one day, Chocolate Brown came through to the crib in the morning. I'm cooking up, working on some music because I turned it into like kind of a home studio sanctuary, and he had a beat. Shout out to Shane Sharp, who produced the beat. So he was like, all right, bet, let's cut it, let's see what we could come up with it. So we playing the beat, I roll something up, but it's morning time. I haven't really even ate for the day. So my favorite thing to eat for the morning and breakfast is pancakes. If you love pancakes, you give me some heart emojis, show me some love if you love some pancakes.
That's my daughters right there. So shout out to my boss. I was just saying, sure, I got to shout out my boss, Miss Shiloh Grace. So, yeah, I know pancakes is one of her. Yeah, definitely.
So then we pretty much from there, I was at a Catch-22, work on some music, make some breakfast. So what I did was like pretty much set the session up, and I quickly wrote my verse or had something together, freestyled it a little bit, came up with the verse, And then while I was recording Chocolate Brown, I was making some pancakes. And by the time the record was done, we cut it, we mixed it, listening to it. Had make some breakfast for me and my brother. We just had it together, and then he's like, damn, this record is hard. If you listen to the record, it has really nothing to do with pancakes. It's just the fact that while we was making the record, I was making pancakes. And the record just really speaks to my mindset at the time and the internal dialogue that I was having with myself. And really, that's kind of how my music is. It's really just inviting the audience with the internal dialogue that I have. And somehow, in some way, sometimes it ends up becoming a premonition to the future, because pretty much 5 years later, I'm still grappling with a lot of what I'm saying in the record, where social media really fuels a lot of how we engage as independent artists, as small entrepreneurs, but also big tech companies and companies in various industries market to us and advertise to us through social media and use data and analytics to target us in unique ways. So at the 2017, it's nowhere near what it is now, and still grappling with how do I expand and elevate myself as an artist and as a man. So I kind of touch on a lot of those topics. What if I went a whole year and I didn't smoke weed? Would I have more clarity of who I am and where I want to go? As things are a lot more clearer now, it's kind of the opposite of what you got going on, telepath. But that's just the inspiration behind pancakes. And then shout out to my best friend, one of my other brothers, Ferrari Harvey, and he was the
Ferrari.
Shout out, aka FX. He's one of my brothers. Shout out to him, because he's the videographer to a lot of my music videos that I finance out of my own pocket to develop. And we basically created the music video for Pancakes that you can find on my YouTube channel. And we pretty much do a pancake party. When I say a pancake party, I made 4 different types of pancakes from scratch, pre-batched them the night before, made THC syrup. Shout out to my homegirl Sonia, who brought some THC raspberry jam. We turned it into a raspberry syrup, bought bottles of champagne, mixed some mimosas. I threw like $500-$600 in just to the production, not even paying my brother Ferrari Harvey for the music video and his talent as a director and editor.
Talking about production, man, because you got so much going on. Who produced that beat?
The brother who produced that beat, once again, his name is Shane Sharp. Shout out to Shane Sharp. He produced that beat.
Okay, beautiful.
Usually, I produce my own beats. I could rap and produce, but I'm not arrogant enough that I can't say I won't hop on other artists' beats and collaborate. So shout out to Shane Sharp. He produced a hell of a record, and it was perfect time. The time was now at that time to make pancakes, and now it's timeless.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, have you produced for other artists as well, or have you solely been producing for yourself thus far?
I produce for artists. I produce for Chocolate Brown. He's got a couple of records that I produce, some unreleased, some released. I produced for this rap group that he used to be a part of called Exile Dynamic as well. I produced a record for them. I produced a few records as well. And shout out to my brother IOD, the Brownsvillian. He's like the Mike Tyson of hip hop in Brownsville, representing Brooklyn to the fullest. He's been on a crazy run, rapping on a beat every day for the last 200 and some odd years, with 200 and some odd days, with the goal to rap on a beat and put it out on social media 365 days straight. And he's like 100 days or so close to meeting that mark. And I've sent him some beats that he rapped on and on social media. So you can go to IOD, IO Don't Play on Instagram, and you can see this brother's work ethic. Shout out to IOD as well.
Beautiful. Now I see here that you released a project called Living with Roaches.
Yeah.
Now, Living with Roaches, every time I'm like, all I can remember is Charles' apartment. You know what I mean? That was, I don't know why, but that was one of my favorite movies. A lot of people be like, yeah, I hate a Joseph Park. I'd be like, shit.
I know what you're talking about.
I had to live with roaches too. You feel me? All types of shit in the hood.
If you grew up in the hood, you know that you at some point in your lifetime have lived with roaches. And if you are a cannabis connoisseur, you know at some point in your time you have lived with roaches. And we know that, you know, if you're a cannabis connoisseur, you got several roaches in the ashtray and you ran out and your bud man is busy and you gotta get some type of spliff going on and you put all these roaches together like Power Ranger Megazords or Voltron and you make a mega roach spliff and you know that's what a bit of what that album speaks to. But that's what I was living with at that time in my grandmother's apartment, just going through my process as an artist, the internal dialogue, struggle, and triumph. And if you're living in the hood and you're trying to make your way out and you're trying to reach some level of security and freedom and success, every day there's some type of problem, some type of issue, maybe the same issue, and it keeps reoccurring like roaches. You call the exterminator, you spray some roach spray, you lay your traps, you think that you got them, and they still find a way to come. They live in rent free. You spending all this money paying rent, paying the discriminator, and
for the roach to come live with you.
For the roach to come live with you.
Oh shit! You know what? Let's talk about roaches. I'm gonna play this one right here real quick. See what I could get out of it. You feel me?
Chill.
Yeah, I know this one is called Roaches.
Living with roaches. Chill. What I'm doing with my life. They keep asking me what I'm doing with my life. They keep asking me what I'm doing with my life. They keep asking me what I'm doing with my life. They keep asking me if I go back to school, get my master's. They keep asking me, do I want to just be a server? Working in a restaurant. Fatal flaws I attach too quickly. You always turn out to be the one that got away. So those red flags, but I kept seeing you. Quick to look for flaws in every man she dates. Other times I think I move on too quickly. Don't even take time to just breathe after the fallout. Distracting myself from the pain. Blunt smoking mad else like every day. What I'm doing with my life. They keep asking me what I'm doing with my life. They keep asking me what I'm doing with my life. They keep asking me what I'm doing with my life. They keep asking me. Why do I have to succeed? Why does it always seem to fail? Why can't I just be? Why do I have to succeed? Why does it always seem to fail? Why can't I just be?
Man, that one was called Roaches.
Yeah.
Somebody on the IG live, they said different.
Definitely. That's one of my favorite adjectives.
That's different. What's up, different. So I only have so much time, of course, because I always got the craziest schedule. That's why we say time is now, and we always precise with it. You feel me? But other than music, I've done my research that I see that you're also in the comedy. So let the world know also the other things you're doing other than music, the comedy, and also anything that you have planned for future months in advance.
Yeah, definitely. So I got over a big fear of mine, and that's, with a strong desire to get into stand up. I spent there was a good, people who on the IG live that know me. They know that there's a good amount of my time where I was laughed at. So I'm transitioning to from being laughed at to being laughed with. And so, I just got over that fear and started doing stand up, and it was, exhilarating, and I fell in love with it. So it's like a new passion of mine on top of the music. And I went from doing some stand ups to 1 month. The next month, I like headline one of my first gigs. Then now I'm co-producing one of my first music and comedy showcases alongside Distinguish. Shout out to Distinguish, my brother Distinguish. He's a poet and event producer in New York City, and he came up with this dope concept called Bars in the Barbershop, which is a music showcase in a barbershop, bringing hip hop to the barbershop, which is so integral to hip hop culture. And now we're at a point where we want to expand it nationwide and tour various barbershops throughout the country. So we're going to bring it and have the DC edition. But now, because I'm starting to do stand up, we're going to add some comedy to it. So be on the lookout for Barbers in the Barbershop, the DC edition, on April Fool's Day, which falls on a Friday.
You said on which day?
On Friday, April 1st. Follow me on IG official. Yep. And it's not a game. It's not one of those, hey, haha, April Fool's Day, I was just playing with this event. No, it's real. It's
Real
going to
life.
happen.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I hope I ain't got April 1st. I'm putting it on my schedule. I read through all the information that you sent through, and I thought it was very inspiring. Looking at the pictures and everything like that too. I also wish I got these way before, but then I also know that this is not going to be your last interview with us. It's definitely your first, but won't be your last.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean, with the journey that you're taking. So, yeah, man, keep on elaborating on that.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yo, shout out to, like I said, once again, shout out to Distinguish, my brother. We about to bring it to DC. Be on the lookout. Follow me on IG at official_dark matter. As it sounds, official_dark matter. Be on the lookout. We dropping the flyer next week. You're gonna have all the information. We having it at D's Barber and Grooming Salon in Tacoma, DC. Pull up. Have some fun. We got some dope music artists, some rap artists. We also got some dope local comedians. I don't know. I got my pick of the litter. Should I drop some music on that show? Should I hit you with some punchlines and some comedy? Either way, you're going to get bars and punches, okay? So please come out. Even if you're not in the DC metro area, take a drive. DC is a beautiful, beautiful city. There's so much to get into besides my event. Come through Friday, April 1st, 2022. Bars in the Barbershop, DC edition, hosted by Distinguished and Dark Matter. It's going to be a movie, and we're going to keep it going. There's going to be more events like that I'm going to be putting together. Going to come out with some more music. Going to come out with some more comedy, sharpening my craft. Join me on my journey as I become this crazy entertainer that has all these things going on at once and doesn't know how to figure it out and just figuring it out along the way. Come figure it out with me. It's Dark Matter.
He said, man, that's a great way to put it, actually, though. You feel me? Now, we are going to close out, and I guess you already knew you was right on the money. I guess you're one of those using your infinite intelligence, your clairvoyance, your telepathy, and all that. You feel me? Because I do have another special guest that's going to be popping up. Make sure everybody that don't know you need to know, please go to my YouTube right now, subscribe to Telepath TV and Real Yard Man TV. You can see us live right now. And everything else from previous shows to the future shows, that's where you see the full show. But I am going to take a quick break as I close out to get to my next guest. And Mr. Dark Matter already told him everything. Now, is there any other shout outs or anything that you're missing you want to tell them before we do close out right here?
Yo, man, can't leave this thing without praising God first and foremost, because without God, none of this would be possible. Shout out to my family, my mother, my father, my family. Shout out to my late grandmother, Beatrice Veronica Bruley, that passed away on January 9th. She is the sparkle of my life forever and always. And it's her apartment that albums like Living with Roaches wouldn't be possible if not for her. So shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to the people that tuned in. I love each and every one of you. People I never met before. Shout out to all of y'all. Peace and blessings.
And even talking about that in albums, how many albums do you have out right now? So far I see Dark Matters Files Volume 1 and of course Living with Roaches.
Yeah, I got a beat tape, Dark Matter Files Volume 1. It's a beat tape. You can find it on all streaming platforms. Living with Roaches on all streaming platforms. Also, shout out to my brother Ian_Cinco on Instagram. Ian Cinco is the designer of that fabulous album art for Living with Roaches. And also, I have an EP that I dropped in 2015 called Nightfall. NGHT.fall. Nightfall. That's what I got out for all of y'all to.
All right, that's what's up. Also, his YouTube, everybody, is DMKTR, right?
DKMTR on YouTube. DKMTR Dark Matter on YouTube. That's my YouTube channel, and you could type it in the same way. DKMTR Dark Matter on Facebook, and DKMTR on streaming platforms. My Instagram, once again, is official_Dark Matter, as it sounds. Official_Dark Matter.
All right, and you know what I mean, for those on my Instagram right now, you know what I mean, and further ado, for those that's on Facebook, YouTube right now, like he said, go to his YouTube as well, because I'm about to do a little drive-by, because you know what I mean, I know somebody about to drive by and give y'all some free game, but it ain't really free game because it's really expensive. You know what I mean? So yeah. And we gonna do it like this right now. We'll be right back, y'all. I'll see you later, my man. Have a wonderful
peace and blessings. Chill.
Drive-by freestyle.
Yo, check it. The realest out here, we out here. Definitely not shit, not shit. You know, see this man's boy, see. And I'm like, I know that they're going to live, definitely want to see. Give me the card. What's your name, that's what you too, what's up? These two shorts in the shorts, so I got to go. Let's stand in there. Let's stand in there. Well, spin up the grand. For the grand.
Shout out to T Wits, my brother T Wits, Rap Trinity.
living life tragic. If you really got to have it, I'ma be the best out. Doing my thing, flow for days till the day, that's the way I play. Yeah, word up to the sun. Kept me been the innocence, day one. My day soon come. When I be touring worldwide, it's the ride. What's my number? He wanna back me up. Yeah, the way I'm chillin', don't give a fuck. Too ill when I bring us fuck. I'm just like Doug Spunk. Yeah, I'm just another branch in the pretty right. Covered by the shade of the tallest building. Brooklyn, you know what?
Yes, yes. And that was one of our special guests, Dark Matter. You feel me? So I want to thank him. You know what I mean? I have another special guest that will be with us, hopefully. You know what I mean? So I am going to take a quick break. You know what I mean? Just have some music, just vibe out for a few minutes. Shout out everybody that's on the live, Instagram, like I said, the Facebook. And everybody that's supporting the movement genuinely, you feel me? I really do highly genuinely support it. And just want to tell y'all that there is no us without you, for real. So I'll be right back. And when I'm back, like I said, yeah, my special guest should be in the building, hopefully. You hear me?
I bet you niggas scared. I bet you ain't the real. Back you, bro. Yeah. Hey. Hold that. Nigga know that fuck shit don't walk shit with me. I blame it on my age. Quick to flip a nigga page. Turn the face to a space. Run it back. Hey. Turn the face to a place. Yeah. I'ma hit it up. Pick it up. Coming out blasting. Niggas know I be. Niggas ain't G. Niggas be plastic. Talk about mad. Chasing them bitches in life. Faking them bitches ain't right. Broke bitches giving sights. Suicide to you twice. Middle of the time fast. Mopping the floor with a hoe. Broke niggas give them more. They be settled like a store. Catching these planes fast. Niggas hate to see you go. If I blow, adios. Blow. Giving this flame throw. Boom. Yeah. Giving this game and go. Blow. Game. Got your back. If you kill, better be a rat. Know to know how you giving that. Tuck the heat where your feelings at. It's life, but it became cruel. Know the fans gotta do. Niggas popping out of shit till their plans can't move. And your plans can't do. Acting retarded and shit. I don't pity for a snitch. Bitches shit with bitches sick. There's a lot you don't do. And I came here to tell you about the shit you don't do. There's a lot you shouldn't do. Why you niggas acting up? Niggas acting up. If it's up, then it's up. Going like a bitch. Be the death of niggas shit. Niggas still taking chains. Niggas stepping like a bitch. All thieves in this bitch. Niggas with hoe hearts. Niggas with no smarts. Niggas with low parts. Ay. All homie could be petty. Keep an extra clip ready. Shoot the steel, hold it steady. Don't be drop dead Freddy. Blow. Wear the mask for the cold. Big. Blow. Leave the phone, then I go. Ready. Couple minutes, then I'm ready. Load it up. Fill them. What if they hands up? Drill them. Knowing the game for real. Nigga, it's pain for real. If it's up, then it's up. Nigga, it's rain for real. Dog tag in the fall bag. Flaw bag, got him all bad. Dog mad that he lost bad. And of course, dad had him all mad. Difference is we ain't off that. Got the Ruger in the front. Got my goons, they don't jump. I know got a pump. Ball fat. Put the D's with the rats. Bury them both in boxes. I ain't worried about a thing. Call my dog, then we locked in. Leave alone, I be stopping. Get the jazz music popping. G-code is no option. Right, out. It's a lot you don't do. And I came here to tell you about the shit you don't do. It's a lot you shouldn't do. Why you niggas acting new? Niggas acting up. If it's up, then it's up. Hey. It's a lot you don't do. And I came here to tell you about the shit you don't do. It's a lot you should do. Why you niggas acting new?
niggas acting up. If it's up, then it's up. Hey, bye, bye, hey, bye, hey, hey.
Yeah, straight girls to the pandemic. All me off them get nothing like them today. Yeah, dead body on academic. Yeah, dead body on academic. Go straight girls to the pandemic. All me off them get nothing like them today. Dog a dead body on academics. See a dead body on academics.
Yeah, what? Pussy get your head up. When the glizzy come up, ain't no leg shot. Run up on you with a bread at. Two off the weak spot with a dread at. That's words to my mama. Dog with a like informer. Y'all alone come with a drama. One man walk with a llama. Gangsters roll with it, we go with it, we on go time. Anywhere we cross the line, roll with it, we go with it, we no waste time. Whenever it comes to crash.
Yeah, straight girls to the pandemic. All me off them dead nothing like them today. Yeah, dead body on academics. Yeah, dead body on academics.
Yeah, man.
Straight girls to the pandemic.
Oh.
All me off them dead nothing like them today. Dog a dead body on academics. See a dead body on academics.
Untouchable. Yes, I mean dead from dead drugs, dead money, and you dead from kidnap yours.
Yes, and we are busy. Time is now Radio 4/TV show each and every Tuesday. We are here from 8 to 9 p.m. And tonight, we got a special guest in the building. You feel me? Free Game.
I am. Yeah, man. What's happening?
I love it. I used to always say I am Free Game, but now I just say Free Game so you can say I am.
Every time I gotta let them know who I am.
Nah, for real though, for real. How you feeling this evening though, my brother?
I'm feeling good, feeling great. I'm in the basement with my man Telepath, man.
Man,
good
for
vibes,
real.
Good vibes.
Good vibes, man. Great vibes, actually, man. You're one of my favorite artists. Your track actually just played Acting Up. You feel me? So if they don't know by now, they should know that pretty much that's one of the hottest, you feel me, singles, you feel me? Now, how did that song come about?
Attitude, man. It came from attitude, man. I went to a show one night, and after that, I just had a bunch of attitude, and I just started writing, and the title came.
Got it.
Acting Up. Woo! You know how it go, man. It'd be a vibe, man.
It'd be a vibe, and definitely a whole rack of efforts be acting up for real. You feel me? I definitely can definitely.
Can we get a round of applause for that
one? A round of applause for that one, for real. Nah, no bull. Now, other than that, man, you've been heavy in the streets promoting some other singles. Now, are you considering to drop an EP soon, or is it that you're just going to be dropping a few singles until?
I was working on an EP, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna say was working because I'm still working.
You're still working.
I just haven't completed my journey of recording. I haven't gotten the right material to put on this next project. It's gonna be my second project, so I want to come with it being a little more aimed at a certain crowd, at a certain sound, at a certain message. You know what I'm saying? Put a nice little vibe together. Instead of the first one, I had a lot of my feelings and parts of my life on it. This one is going to be straight direct, so you know exactly where Free Game coming from.
Makes sense. Now, talking about where Free Game is from, where are you from originally, so that people could know?
Man, I'm from my mother, man. You know,
that's one of the best answers I heard in the morning. He be on this shit though. It's infinite intelligence, you know what I mean?
I've been in Maryland mostly in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Washington D.C. was uptown in Georgia Avenue, 7th Street. You know what I'm saying? Moved to the south side of 2nd Street. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Southside, Georgia Avenue, all that shit.
Georgia,
You feel me?
Georgia Avenue, uptown, where I got a lot of my style from. My cousin had a rap group. They was fly as shit, man. You can look them up. They all over. It's called Wildlife Kingdom. They did all type of shit back in the day. This is my first time like really seeing like DC guys like really connect with out of town rappers. Like they had a connection with No Limit at the time, and they was doing songs with Fiend. They was doing songs with Serve On and shit. It was just lit, man. I was like, man, you know what? I got a hobby I want to invest in. So you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad you invested in it. You know what I mean? And for anybody that just tuning in, like I said again, welcome to Time Is Now Radio /TV show. Each and every Tuesday we hear from 8 to 9 p.m. And we are with the legendary. You feel me? You can even hear the birds chirping because they just know it's just a blessing once he's around. Free game.
I am.
You hear me? Man. Now, I'm going to play this track right here because that's just how I feel. And I think his music explains it all.
I'm just on some different shit, been great, I let it show. Driving, taking different trips, ain't scared, don't fake the flow. Chasing, trying to flood the streets with game, my life to show. Been killing, keep this feeling shit insane, I let it go. Been rapping for 2 years, got what Angie and claimed the flow. And I wear a desperate game, I chose the name that's in my soul. Only working on my fame, dodge the lane and crush these hoes. And I'm working on my patience, I've been pacing, counting dough. Hit a lick, I work to make it, check these stages, check these shows. Leave a palette with my name, sacred talent, legend glow. Crushing on your bitch, I throw a wink, I know she go. This hustle ain't off limits, she got eyes, I know she roll. Exception in her eyes, skip the lies, I bet she troll. Why I keep them guessing, I'm deception, she get told. Pushing all these limits, put these niggas in a fold. I'm safe, don't fuck with niggas, I need my space, don't crack that code. Give a shout out to the real, this hustle ain't off limits. Winning in my city, soon a king, I am the pick. Give a shout out to the real, this hustle ain't off limits. Winning in my city, soon a king, I am the pick. Watch I break discussion, this shit bustin', I'm in that mode. Stop, I ain't no rushing, take my time, no dinner's cold. Keep my ass up late till I got back and I'm not old. Know I gotta wait, so I'm gon' stay, just check that mode. Still get my ass up early, chase that check, don't fuck with Shirley. Moving, catching plays, I'm on my way, I think I'm worthy. Cut that crown and hold it down, I'm gold, these niggas dirty. That pressure show you just who measured up, we check that jersey. Creasing on this chick, I text her phone, she say she lecture. I'm thinking how the fucking if she moan when giving text. First I'm in my city, soon the king, I'm top deflector. I hate you niggas, song just spitting wrong, I came to test it. They done free my nigga trail, here come the real, you ain't the mixture. Knew when he came home, my niggas strong, we snapping pictures. Give a shout out to the real, never fall out with my mixes. Do a jealous soul before we do it soft because of liquor. Give a shout out to the real, this hustle ain't off limits. Winning in my city, soon a king, I am the picker. Give a shout out to the real, this hustle ain't off limits. Winning in my city, soon a king, I am the picker.
Yeah, see that one right there? I titled that thing right there, Real, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that thing real. I need that to be like an anthem. I need that to be like something that everybody just pop in and you just got the attitude riding and you just got the sunroof back and you just like give a shout out to the real. This hustle ain't off limits.
Yeah. I think people gonna rock with that joint right there. You feel me? Because I know pretty much there ain't no music like that around no more. You feel me? Youngins done changed the game around, so it's good to hear. So,
you know, you gotta respect it.
Gotta respect it. You feel me? Everybody got an avenue, but definitely people like us is definitely looking for people like yourself that, you know what I mean, can express themselves without, I guess, saying fuck every 5 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or bust that.
Or bust this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a difference. It's a difference. Now, other than music, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years?
The next 5 years, other than music,
Yep.
as-
You know what I mean? It could be music
Outside-
related, you know what I mean?
outside-
Or where do you see yourself in the
outside
next
of
5
music, you know
years?
what I'm saying? I have my own business. outside of
Exactly,
music.
exactly.
I'm
So
already-
you're already an entrepreneur.
Of course, yes, indeed, entrepreneur I am.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on this plan already to get my own shop going. Right now, I'm in partnership with a beautiful young lady. We have our own salon and barber shop called Crush Hair Studio. If you ever want to come and get service,
Okay.
I'm putting my own together soon. You know what I'm saying? We got plans to branch out and finally take that step. You know,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So
That's
we-
a
we
big
gonna-
step
we gonna
right
push
there.
that out in the next two years. To be honest, not in the next 5. We're trying to get that together now. You know, so.
Diamonds.
Other than that, we're trying to get these businesses going. You know, businesses going and get my first house. First house. One thing we all gotta do is we gotta start investing in buying the block back. You know,
You
buying
hear
the
me?
block back because it's getting flooded and they're not looking like us. They're not looking like us. DC already high as hell to get an apartment. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get an apartment in DC. They got $1,700 2 bedrooms out there. You know, it don't make no sense.
No bull, no
You know,
bull.
probably higher than that. I want to say about 26, but you know,
Yeah, you know
you
that.
gotta invest, and that's another goal of mine to get my first house. You know?
So talk about investment. Have you got into like the cryptocurrency type ish yet or anything?
Still doing homework on it. Like I got a lot of friends that does that. Like they fully invested in it. I got my engineer. He is fully invested in it. So he always be trying to get me to jump out there to just invest in whatever. But I'm a little hesitant if I don't know fully what it is. You know what I'm saying? I need to know all the free game on it before I go ahead and jump right in it.
Shit.
But I'm already shopped there. One thing about it, that's the future. It's the future. You need to get that going. You know.
Definitely the future right there. You feel me? Now, any collaborations we can look out for?
Collaborations coming all year. I told myself this year, all 22, I'm doing features all year. I ain't doing nothing but showing love, showing support, pushing features, linking up. That's what it's about. Time is now.
Time is new.
Time is now.
For real, for real.
You know?
And I know you've been performing at International Fridays for a little minute. You'll be there also on the 18th. So for those who don't know, you need to know that it ain't this Friday, but next 2 weeks from now, of course, the 18th of February,
It's gonna go up.
it's going to go up. International Fridays right there, Gulf Ultra Lounge, 8123 Georgia Avenue. My man, I Am Free Game will also be in the building performing his 8 or 10 minute set because it's a part of a tour. So shout out to Success. You know what I mean? He's coming all the way from Atlanta. You know what I mean? I know Hip Hop 95.5, Boss Biz Radio, Thomas Now Radio, just a few sponsors that's going to be there. And of course, great performances from the man himself, I Am Free Game, Success, J-Dog 301, just to name a few. Now, what can we expect on that International Fridays? Because it's not going to be the regular, you know what I mean, just the locals.
Man, look,
They're going to be some out-of-towners in this mall.
Success is my homie.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
Small world?
So I know he gonna bring a hell of a show.
Exactly.
And I know the crowd that's gonna be behind him gonna bring a hell of a show.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how we represent. You know what I'm saying? We gotta come at this thing how we do this thing. We just gonna have a good time. It's International Fridays. It's gonna be a hell of a crowd in there. Put the set up. We might start it slow. We might start it hot. You never know.
Never know. You never know. You never know.
It's Friday.
Let me see if I can
It's
get her to
Friday.
get your face even all a little
It's
clear. Look
Friday.
at that. Look
There
at
we
that.
go.
How
There we go.
beautiful.
Yeah, there we go.
You feel me?
It's Friday. It's International Friday, so you never know. It can go left, it can go right, but it's gonna go good.
It's gonna go good.
Success
Nah.
in the building. Shout out.
Shout out to Success. Shout out to Essence too. There's a lot of people that's gonna be in the building. You feel me? So yeah, make sure y'all get there and don't be late. If you are late, you know what I mean, just know, yeah, you might as well just stay till 3 because of course.
It's all love to show support. You know what I'm saying? Even if you come late, show support.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Too, man. Let's get it.
They don't know. They don't know. Now, this one here, I want to make sure you tell people before I play it. It's called Diary. Is there a specific reason it's called Diary?
Diary is just a personal track. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that speaks from point of view.
Makes
That's how I
sense.
present it. Free game. Yeah. We back. Yeah. Everybody talk that shit. They don't know where a nigga came. Look at the path, it's lit. Young and been a boss nigga. Pull up and win. I never took a loss, then trip. There's nothing got back on my hustle and save you rebuttal. Don't make me respect you for shit. Excuses never make you rich. Dropping people off your list. Gotta get far from the hate. Cause someone never graduate. It might be too late. They swiping food up off your plate. And never check if you can straight. And I can relate. They carry different kind of weight. Remove it so I can replace. I'm finding my way. There's some shit you can never face. Wait, hold up. Right. Song. Life. Shit. Right. Song. Life. Look, I'm pushing the game to win. I can step back, let the Lord in. I'm putting energy where I receive it. More life to the new friends. To build a team, might rate stop. If I give a test, never tell the block. Could I lend a trust if I bust a strap? Don't get shaky when I give you that. True colors when they show that. Ain't no cover when they bend. Keep the business in the end, so you can never lose a friend. No, it's a lot who might pretend like it's what I got and I'ma win. I got more brothers who ain't from my mother. I put them in songs cause I'm proud of them. Bustin' shots and they talk back. Chalk lines make them walk that. Right. Song. Life. Right. Song. Life.
Yeah. And we have Big Zach. Now that one there, I love the song, man. I can't even lie to you. Everything about it is just a vibe. You feel me? Now tell people pretty much how that came about, like, and when is that going to be released on all major streaming platforms? Because I want to know. You hear me?
Diary will be coming soon. Diary is a personal song, like what you asked before. It came from a spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that comes from a point of view. I like to give my point of view of rap, my point of view of where I live, or my point of view of how I'm feeling. And Diary gonna be on the platform soon, so everybody can just vibe to it and ride to it, smoke to it.
Smoke to it.
Yeah,
definitely. Now, what's next for Free Game, as in for other than International Fridays for shows? Of course, the project you're working on, the collaborations. What do you think you want the world to know that you're working on that we don't know already?
Right now, I can say I'm just working on building this dream of me creating an image of a normal person doing this rap thing. Whereas though I know everybody has the story of trying to be like an average person, showing that you can be real and rapping and be, you know what I'm saying, be of a different being and not have to incorporate like the drugs and the guns and the females and all that. I'm trying to be just a normal person that's showing you out of just my hobby that music can be made personal, that sounds just as good as the next person's music, that doesn't have to demoralize your character, doesn't have to take down the next person's character, doesn't have to lead to bad vibes, doesn't have to, you know what I'm saying, the negative things. Like I try to set an example in my raps. You know what I'm saying? They call me the OG. You know what I'm saying? And I try to be an OG out there. You know what I'm saying? So my whole point in this, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm 35 years old. So to make it really in the rap industry, it may be a little late for me, even though it may not. But it's never late to inspire the next generation coming up. Like we got Gen Z coming out here. So if I can do my thing and show them like, damn, this nigga doing this shit, he woo woo. And they might be 19, 20, 21 years old. That may be able to influence them and be able to be the little bit that shows the indifference in them other than the other rappers out here. And I can finally say, damn, I feel like I served my purpose as I am Free Game, because I see someone took the route. I know I don't want to take credit for that, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes a whole lot to say that, to feel like you're taking credit for being responsible for a certain type of band being born in the industry. But you know, I'm just a normal person trying to give a not diluted answer. I know I'm going too far.
Nah, actually, I love it. You know what I mean? Because I'm 35 also. So it pretty much you're touching on things that, you know what I mean? I got my first contract at 18. I refused 1, 2, 3, 4 contracts. Never signed, you know what I mean? Just because.
I'm upset with myself that I didn't get involved in it back then. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to rap way back then. You know, this thing is not something that we just jumped in.
No,
music is not something that you just jump in. Music has been a part of your life from a baby.
Yeah,
you're probably born with the vibes. You know what I'm saying? We are divine creatures. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm speaking on.
Oh, definitely.
You know, but one thing I've always been upset with myself with is not getting involved with it sooner, because I was good back then, but I just wasn't. I just didn't have the confidence to jump out there. You know what I'm saying?
Totally understand. Yeah. I was lucky to jump in a little early, but I think I could have went a lot further if, you know, it kind of just scared me with the contract stuff and just seeing people at the time. I didn't understand about universal rights. And
that will scare you.
You know what I mean? So it really just put me to the side for a little bit. But the older I got, and then I tried different things, doing regular jobs, selling cars for even 5 years. People would always come up to me and say, "Do you do music? You look like you should be doing music. You do just the way you dress, everything." And then eventually I realized I couldn't run from self. So, you know what I mean? I figured, even my management at the time, I remember coming into work from a show the night before. And I guess everybody was talking about the show last night because everybody was there from the job. So my boss was finally like, "Yeah, you're going to have to show me this video, show me your music," because I used to duck it all the time. It's like, "Oh, we hear you do music." I'm like, "Nah, they're just messing with you. They lie." You know what I mean? I didn't want to be upfront about it. But when he saw it, shout out to Phil Formicelli, you know what I mean, general manager at Toyota at Gaithersburg. When he did see it, he was one of those bosses that was like,
people see it in you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He was like, "Yeah, I see why you're missing now. I see why you needed that schedule. And for real, you're that talented."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He gave it to me like that. So I've been pursuing it like full time ever since. And I ain't gonna tell nobody it's easy. It's hard as hell. You feel me? But like you said, the earlier you get into it, and luckily for me, that I imprinted so much from so young that there's pages and pages of, if you go on Google and just put Telepath in, there's pages and pages, and people always ask me, like, "How did you get your name on Google like that?" I just told them I worked. I ain't do nothing special. I've been just working from that long. And then I created a name, and you can see it even here. I created it off telepathy, and just changed the E from the to an O, you know what I mean? Because if you've read the etymology, and you seem to be very in tune to intellectuality and infinite intelligence. So of clairvoyance and telepathy, two of our senses they never really taught us about. I took the telepath from reading also a book called Chrysalids. Main character's name was David, which is my biblical name. And pretty much you could see, yeah, you know, you could see everything from planes and stuff like that way before, and people thought it was like blasphemies and stuff like that. So I just took on to the name because I had other aliases at the time. And ever since I took on Telepath, like, I know it's definitely been stamped. It's the same way. That's why you always hear me saying Free Game, is because I know it's a great name. And that's how I love when you say I am. You know what I mean? Because also, as another story, shout out to my man, I Am Young P, because now he has to go by I Am Young P. And this is why certain things are very important in printing names and making sure it's stamped in the system. Someone stole his initial name, which was just Young P. So even myself and him have records. And then, you know, you started buzzing in Atlanta, and another rapper from Atlanta was like, I'll just take that, paid for the trademark and everything. And that's why he had to stamp his with I Am Young P.
We have the same story.
See how life goes?
We have the same. That's my man. Shout out to I Am Young P.
Of course, of course.
Collaboration coming soon.
All right, Stoneville LLC. Yes, sir. That's my man too, man. From way back before Pat Sajak, before Rick Ross even had the Maybach. So definitely, I'm happy to see y'all linking up.
When I first met I Am Young P, I'm gonna pronounce his whole name. That's my guy. It's just it was just good vibes off the break. You know what I'm saying? Just good vibes, and this music is tight.
Yeah, definitely,
tight.
Definitely.
You know?
Give him credit for that.
I feel his music. He's not one of the fabricated type artists what we talking about. He a real type artist. You know, he spit that music, spit that shit.
Spit that shit.
Man.
Talk about that.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna let this rock out. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play back too, but hold up.
Look, I'm pushing the game to win. I can step back, let a little in. I'm putting energy where I receive it. More life to the new friends. To build a team, might rate the stock. If I give a test, never tell the. Yeah.
One more time for Tap. This one here is called Light. I Am Free Game.
I am the one. Free game. Yeah. We back. Yeah. Everybody talk that shit. They don't know where a nigga came. Look at the path, it's lit. Young and been a boss nigga. Pull up and win it. I never took a loss, then trip. There's nothing got back on my hustle and save you rebuttal. Don't make me respect you for shit. Excuses never make you rich. Got some people off your list. Gotta get far from the hate. Cause someone never graduate. It might be too late. They swiping food up off your plate. And never check if you can straight. And I can relate. They carry a different kind of weight. Remove it so I can replace. I'm finding my way. There's some shit you can never face. Wait, hold up. Right. Song. Life. Shit. Right. Look, I'm pushing the game to win. I can step back in the little end. I'm putting energy where I receive it. More life to the new friends. To build a team, I might break the stock. If I give a test, never tell the block. Could I lend a trust if I bust a strap? Don't get shaky when I give you that. True colors when they show that. Ain't no cuffing when they bend. Keep it business in the end, so you can never lose a friend. No, it's a lot who might pretend like it's what I got and I'ma win. I got more brothers who ain't from my mother. I put them in songs cause I'm proud of them. Bust a shot if they talk back. Chalk lines, make them walk that. Right. Song. Life. Right. Song. Life.
That's a good track right there, man. I swear, man.
And we are back. Time is Not Radio /TV show. I don't think that's a good track. I think that's a great track. You feel me? It's so great. It woke somebody from the dead. You feel me? God damn. God damn, Roxanne.
That was sweet. Yeah, that drink woke me up. Nothing like some free game to get you from stopping to sleep, you know? Wake your ass up and get this free game.
Shoot. But you know what I mean, since you're slightly late, you know what I mean. Matter of fact, we all the way late. Yeah, about that. You know what I mean? Any quick questions you want to ask Free Game or before we do leave?
I did want to ask him if he had some collaborations with some females coming up, because you know I gotta represent for the ladies, and we love Free Game, but I haven't heard like a female track.
Oh, you lied. He performed one on she bad. She thick. Yeah, she thick.
Not like that. I mean,
you want some lovey-dovey stuff
on the track.
I have other songs that's unreleased with females.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have any females that I'm working with at the moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to put out music with anybody right now. It's feature time. It's 22.
It's anybody. Make somebody feel special.
It's 22. Let's roll. I'm trying to go.
I'm trying to definitely do a feature then, because I'm on the same tip right now, just trying to show love, give back, collaborate with great creatives. And you definitely one of my faves. You already know, y'all played my favorite already. But they're acting up, you know. I be acting up.
I'm all the way with it.
So yeah.
At least you know she be acting up. You feel me, y'all? At least you know.
Hey, look, everybody a little bit here and there.
At least I'm honest.
Nah, for real. But it's been a great show. We about to close it out just like that, because I think DJ Pony is awaiting my arrival at the
Well, I have on my Time Is Now shirt, so let me plug that real quick. One of them. One of the many.
So for people that don't know, definitely you can support us at 3069 Leonardtown Road at the LA Tobacco. You can buy your shirts, your tracksuits there. But also if you're in the Baltimore area, you can shop with us at Ayo Boutique. That's 554 Old Town Mall, Baltimore, Maryland. And if you're an online shopper, I'm not the online type, you know what I mean? Shout out to Miss Lady C, the boss of the online world, you know, I'm the cyber world.
Link is in my bio.
The link is in her bio, and definitely.
In my
bio. In her bio, yes, because y'all know I'm no good with the internet stuff. As you know what I mean? I'm street, you know. But yeah, definitely go to Time Is Now Records LLC on Etsy.com. You can definitely find your shirts, your tracksuits there. Also support Lady C, aka Lyric. She has shirts, cups. What is it? I got calendars. There's a pillar behind Free Game too. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Check the pillow. You know what I mean? So,
yes.
You know what I mean? So show her some love as well.
I appreciate that. And also, while we're talking about the clothes, if you haven't had a chance to enter into the raffle and you are going to be present on the 18th, you might want to go ahead and do that now. Just go ahead and send your 25 to Cash App, you know, Time Is Now Records, and you will be entered for one entry for every $25 you send in, and that is for the tracksuit. And we might even be doing a t-shirt raffle, because I'm feeling like, you know, we could do like a $5 t-shirt raffle, and you know, for people that ain't really got the 25 right now, because we don't know what's going on during this pandemic. But you know, if you do want to enter and you just want to participate and even just send in a donation so that other people can maybe win a tracksuit, do that. So you ballers, if you want to send in a donation, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, do that.
You might want to get yours, because I got one and they fit good. They fit real good.
Hey, no lie. And look, I'm going to come out like Vanna White on the 18th and present whoever the fuck won. I'm going to be like, this is your tracksuit. So, you know. So look, go ahead so you can win the prize. I really want somebody to win. Like, seriously.
For real. Now, Free Game, anybody you want to shout out before we close out?
I'm going to shout out my man DJ Pony, the best DJ in the town.
Facts.
My number one homie.
And of course, I got to shout out the number one host, my man Telepath.
Yeah.
The creator of my sound, Most Indeed.
Man.
Amsterdam. My engineer, Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Shout him out.
That's a dope ass name to have right there.
I like that name.
engineer, man, he's brought me along the way. You know what I'm saying? He's helped me find my sound. He's helped me form my whole lane and just build. You know, like it's been 2.5 years and we got a perfect marriage going on.
That's what's up, man. And that's where people fall short as artists and producers, because see, everybody say they're producers and make the beats, but there's no chemistry with them and the artists. So again, shout out to, of course, you know what I mean, Amazing Makem, global producers that I work with, but especially Amazing Makem that takes the time out to, I guess, learn my background and build that chemistry with me, because I'm not from here. You know what I mean? I met him here through global producers. So the fact that he took on certain aspects and just, he created a sound out of me that I haven't seen much producers, you know what I mean, got to thus far. So definitely I want to shout out to him, because also he's now doing photography and videography. So if y'all follow him, you know what I mean, I've noticed he's been everywhere. Following and at first it was just one, and when I gave him a little secret, you know what I mean? I gave him a little formula.
Ran with that shit.
And you know now, you feel me?
He's amazing making with that phone.
Yeah, bro, he's amazing making with anything you give him. Amazing making with anything you give him.
Indeed.
And especially if you ever listen to his beats, bro. Like
a true artist.
Yeah, we don't give him that name, and I'm the type, I don't like gassing people, bro. Like I'm real serious about music, because you know, coming from Jamaica, you had to have your credentials, you had to be stamped. Like even my book says entertainer. You couldn't just go to the people at the passport office and be like, hey, you know what I mean? I'm an entertainer, put it in my book.
Play with your dress, gonna tell you like it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So factor with an impactor. So definitely I want to shout out to him, just like how you were shouting out your man just now. And any great producers that's out there that taking the time to build with us indie artists to build a sound, because that's how we're going to be successful. And another key tip, you know what I mean, is let us both promote and market it. You know what I mean? Don't leave all the work to us artists. You know what I mean? Especially if we're giving you also your full credentials and you are going to get your splits as well. You would think that everybody would be on the same page. You know what I mean? Teamwork makes the dream work. No man is an island, I should say. Each one teach one. So we're going to close it out like that. Good night, Miss Lady C.
Good night, gentlemen.
And that's a wrap.
At the last moment. Sorry, I was late.
Yeah, we know you. We know you. Time is now.
Yeah, time is now. Better now than never.